am the true vine, and my Father is the vinedresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away, and every branch that bears fruit, he prunes it, so that it may bear more fruit. You are already clean because of the word which I have spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, so neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me, and I in him, he bears much fruit, for apart from me, you can do nothing. This is John 15, 1 through 5. This is an amazing, powerful verse. And it's a verse that's inspired me to take you through my backyard this morning. I have a variety of different fruits, plants growing. But let me show you first my grapevine. These grapes right here, last year, whenever the season is to prune them back, our gardener did a great job at pruning them back, all the way down to the stump. Now, if you look at it now, it's like the vines are growing so amazingly and so healthy looking. And deep in there, there's a ton of fruit coming. It's just about ready to be picked, some of it. And the vines just keep wandering and wandering. I even was thinking yesterday that the vine is wanting to climb over our neighbor's fence. And I think that's how God is. He wants us to go over into our neighbor's lives. Love your neighbor as yourself. But here's a plant that was totally pruned back, and it's bearing much fruit. You see the beautiful grapes in there? And these things are so delicious. Oh my gosh. Once you have food that's never had pesticide on it, ever, it's amazing. Tons of fruit. This vine was pruned back, and it's beautiful and gorgeous, bearing much delicious fruit. I believe this is where the Lord would love us to be. This plant over here, however, this is my sad, sad little peach tree. It is such a sad little tree. Look at that. Now, there was no vine dresser for this one. This tree did not get pruned back last year. And this is what happens to us. I think this is how we look when we don't get pruned. We get someone, we're pursuing God, and we've got some gifts that He's allowed us to have and some abilities. And we're doing a lot of things. But our fruit, we just got a ton of small, immature fruit. Look how much fruit is on this peach tree. Now, I have had to take off a couple branches because they broke. But this is what happens when you don't get pruned. When you don't subject yourself to God's pruning and allow Him to take out of your life and out of yourself, that doesn't belong. Imagine if this tree had 3 or 4 less branches. Those peaches on there would get more water, more nutrients, and would grow more full and would mature. These are little peaches. And they're wanting to change color already. They still need to grow. But because the tree didn't get pruned, I don't even know if it's going to be useful fruit. So we need to subject ourselves to God's pruning so that we can be that healthy grapevine over there. Now this little tree, well, it's not too little. This is our pear tree. And from far away, it doesn't look so bad. But if you get up close to this pear tree, you will see that there is no fruit on it. No fruit. No fruit. And if you get close enough, you start seeing the little dead branches. And I think sometimes this is where some believers are at. They're bigger, they've been serving the Lord or going to church for a while, but they're fruitless. They have some dead areas in their life. And what's interesting is if you scoot back, it looks, you don't really realize how fruitless the tree is. It's like some believers, if they don't have a lot of fruit in their life, they kind of stand back and keep themselves hidden to avoid people seeing the lack of fruit in their life. Fruit grows by abiding in the vine, by abiding with Christ. Now this little tree, this is a little dinky tree. This is another little pear tree. But what's interesting about this small tree, this is a pear tree just like that one in the back. The background over there, this one actually has fruit on it. And we did prune this baby back. He had a lot of dead branches last year. And I got in here, not that I'm a farmer or anything, as you can tell looking at my peach tree. But look, there's fruit. Like that pear looks like it may be edible. Here's another one. And this just reminds me that, as new believers, there's a lot of baby Christians out there. And they are bearing more fruit than those bigger, older believers. I just want to say there is just something about new believers, as people used to tell me when I got saved and I was so on fire, and they're like, it's so refreshing to be around a new believer who's all on fire for the Lord. Why does the fire burn out? My fire's never burned out. I mean, there was a season of having kids that I was probably a little sleep deprived, that my fire wasn't burning on high. But folks, why do we move out of this place of being new believers and on fire and bearing fruit? Why is that? New believers. If that's you and you have people tell you, oh, your fire will burn out soon, don't listen to them. They're just trying to rob your fire. Your fire can keep burning so strong as long as you stay hooked up to Christ. I promise. Or otherwise, look at this sad little artichoke plant. Now this is what artichokes look like if you don't eat the artichokes. This is so sad over here. They kind of become these flowers, and when the plant's all green, it's kind of beautiful. But what's interesting about this artichoke plant is there's water here. You see all those lines? There's water. But something happens when you don't pick the fruit. It blooms, and then the plant just begins to die. And sometimes I think as believers, this is what we are. God has given us things, gifts, blessings, finances, time. And if we don't use them, if we don't pick the fruit and give it away, it becomes overripe and just sits there and begins to decay. How many people talk about, oh, I wish I would have. I wish I would have done something with this heart for missions. I wish I would have traveled more and gone on more mission trips. I wish I would have. Don't do that. Then you become like these little artichoke plants dying from the ground up. Dying from the ground up. Look at this sad one. We have to give away that which God has given us. And the key is, when we abide in the vine, we know which way to go. We know what to give away. We have to abide in the vine. Jesus says, apart from me, you can do nothing. Now let me show you this is the saddest one of all. This was a blueberry plant. This blueberry plant is apart from water and is apart from the rest of the plants. Apart from me, you can do nothing, Jesus says. Look at this little plant. Apart from a water source, he dies. And sometimes, if we don't do something about our spiritual walks, if we don't hook up to the source of living water in Christ, if we don't give our gifts away, our blessings, if we don't use our gifts or our fruits, this is what happens. We die. Apart from me, you can do nothing. This little plant is dying. It's dead. It's toast in the heat. And guys, we can't be this little plant. We can't be apart from Christ. Life is too hard out there to be apart from Christ. God did not intend for us to live without his help, without his word, without his presence in our life. Don't be this blueberry plant. Get yourself in the presence of the Lord and let him begin pruning your life, the friendships, the habits, the things in your life, the words you use, the behaviors you have. Let him prune that stuff out. Let him cut you back. Don't be like this sad little plant growing like a wild tree. Let him be a vine dresser in your life. Let him trim you back. Let him cut you back to the stump. Start over. Dump the bad boyfriend or girlfriend who's in your way. Get rid of the unbeliever best friend who's trying to drag you out into the streets on the weekends to party and do drugs and drink. Get all that out of your life. Stop stealing. Stop lying. Let God take care of you, because when he is your vine dresser and you allow him to prune you back, you will become this healthy, beautiful plant that is going to bear so much fruit for him to enjoy and others. Hook up to Christ, abide in him, and let God meet all of your needs.